Well, work package 6 on one hand looks at the value of different hematological, let's say, data and treatments and so on, tries to find out what's the added value, what's the, let's say, acceptability also of what we are going to find out in this project for payers and HTA bodies and regulators later on. And there are different tasks that we actually we're working on in this project, and probably one of the core things there is a stakeholder forum. We're trying to work with all the different stakeholder groups connected to hematology. Might be policymakers, might be HTA bodies, might be regulators, might be clinicians, and so on, to get their input into the different work packages of the project, and at the same time, of course, help them to understand what the other work packages are delivering and what they are, what kind of results they get. So it's a kind of interface. And of course, very close to my heart is the role of the patient organizations, because I think a big data project like that cannot be successful without incorporating the patient perspective, the needs, the unmet needs, and the voices. And that's why through Work Package 6, we're trying to integrate the patient organizations in those 7 hematological malignancies that we're covering, to give them a voice in the project, and also to give them the opportunity to provide input and to also survey their membership. So that's what we're working on. In Harmony, we've been involved for quite a while during the definition phase of that project. And that's unfortunately still the exception than the rule. We see many projects in that sense starting without patient input. And in the very last minute, somebody gets the idea that we should probably have some patient input into that. But of course, the patient organizations are mostly driven by volunteers, mostly very low resource. So it's quite difficult at that point in time then to, let's say, get involved in that. So I would say Harmony, by having patients involved as a Work Package 6 lead, being part of the steering committee, making sure that the different umbrella organizations are involved in the different work packages, I think Harmony can really demonstrate best practice over the next 5 years. And of course, this is supported by projects like EU Party, where we had about 100 patient advocates being trained as experts to contribute to R&D. And of course, we see the cross-fertilization between Harmony and other IMI projects like EU Party and new patient perspectives project that's going to come probably by end of this year and so on. And also the other big data projects within the IMI portfolio that we're going to see in prostate cancer and solid tumors and so on. So I would say patient involvement is still in infancy in research projects like that, and we can demonstrate best practice here.